It is a crime to be disorderly in Kansas, whether you are carrying a gun or not. Such people can be detained by the police today. The next thing that's brought up, the chief talked about that here. In January 2007, Topeka adopted the DPOC system of government, and that system does not restrict the open carry of firearms. The statement was made at the council meeting. There was no record indicating whether the change was understood or considered by the council or city management. I contend the city did know and understand the change. In my hand, right here is a copy of a blog from October 2007 from opencarry.org. The gentleman writes, he spoke with and received an email from the city attorney, actually named to the city attorney, and asked specifically about open carry laws in Topeka. The blogger was informed by the city attorney that laws within the city mirror the state laws. Topeka city management knew about the changes in law. Next, they talked about another concern is that street gangs, once aware of the change of law, will use armed patrols to mark territory and intimidate neighbors and other witnesses. First, there is a specific law against gangs intimidating people. That's Law 21-42-28, Criminal Street Gang Intimidation. This law specifically addresses the issue. By taking away open carry of law-abiding citizens, this will do nothing to stop gang violence. Gangs have gone underground and don't want to draw attention to themselves. They don't advertise their colors anymore, they have adapted. They will always carry guns. We have an FBI study that shows criminals that legally conceal carry, they don't open carry. Next, the question at the meeting was brought up about qualifications for concealed and open carry. It was described what is required in concealed. They described what is required in concealed carry. But then stated there were no qualifications for unregulated open carry, and that there wasn't any age. They even said age. There was a question asked: did kids carry? Yes, anyway. That's not correct. In Kansas, in order to open carry, a person can't be addicted to unlawful controlled substances. Can't be a convicted felon or a juvenile under 18. Only law-abiding citizens can open carry. That is State Law 21-4204, criminal possession of a firearm. It was also stated that open carry is a problem for demographics. I'm going to assume it is because we're a larger town. Well, open carry is allowed in 43 states in the country. People open carry in large cities all over the country, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Kansas City, Missouri, to Seattle, Washington. There has been a poll conducted by CJLI about this very issue. At 2-1, Topekans want to keep their open carry. Current vote 660 to 306. Finally, to our council that are present, I am asking you to disregard last week's successive testimony. I have laid out over 8 instances to counter the arguments to ban open carry. You relied heavily on the information provided at work sessions to make important decisions in our community. There has to be that absolute trust you're being told, research and check information. Now that information provided has been discredited, and I'm asking that you even look hard for the truth. It is my hope that the City Council takes a hard look at the facts and relative statistics open carry will be unanimously true. God bless everybody. Thank you for your time.
All right. Sit here and take questions. You got any questions for him?
I think I'm a Jonathan lately on this because I didn't know anything about it, so I got to know this. But is there a specific proposal that's been put forth? Is there? You understand? Is there a specific proposal that's been put forth? What are the parameters of the recommendation that's being considered?
The recommendation is to go back to the ordinance the way it was, just reinstate what was repealed, and put it back to the way it was for 27, 28 years.
Okay, what's in there?
We brought copies of it along.
Not 70 copies, but sorry. But it cutbacks.
Michael Brennan of District 9 from Topeka. When I was at the City Council meeting, Chief, you suggested that people would be able to carry, still be able to openly carry in their own homes and on their own land. However, CJ Online has reported the wording of the verbiage of the ordinance, the proposed ordinance, to be publicly accessible land, publicly accessible property. And from my understanding, if we return to the way the ordinance was previously written, publicly accessible property means private business. That's private land. Kind of left that out. Would you address that, please?
Yeah, no problem. I'll read that to you. Read it right off the ordinance. Nothing in this section shall prohibit a person from carrying a loaded firearm on the person's land, in the person's abode, or in the person's fixed place of business. So apparently the CJ got it wrong. Nothing prohibits that. And in a business, Mr. McIntosh commented about a business, that it regulates the business. That's not true. The owner can possess the firearm in the owner's business. In the person's fixed place of business. The people who won't be able to possess the weapon in the business would be the citizens who walk in off the street, won't be able to walk into the business carrying the gun. But the owner can still carry the gun.
What about the employee?
If the owner authorizes it,
Yeah.
that means their place of business. It says fixed place of business, doesn't say owner.
I'm reading it too. In the person's fixed place of business.
You said the owner, not.
No.
You said the owner.
On the person's land, the person's abode, or the person's fixed place of business. Covers the employees. There's nothing. See, a lot of this stuff gets spun out of control. Mr. McIntosh mentioned Chicago v. McDonald. He's absolutely right. That is a case in Chicago. But what Chicago's case is, Chicago bans ownership anywhere in the city, in your home, in a business. Chicago v. McDonald is a case that bans ownership. That's why it's in front of the Supreme Court. This does not ban ownership. This bans people from carrying open weapons in public places. So Chicago v. McDonald doesn't apply. Kansas City, Overland Park, Wichita, and Lawrence all have bans of some kind or another. And those are the four, count Lawrence, the fifth one, the four larger population centers in the city that already ban such open carry. KCK, Overland Park, Wichita, and Lawrence to some lesser degree. So there are bans that are in place on open carry on the street.
McDonald versus Chicago. Otis McDonald is an African American man who broke in a couple times. His property wasn't able to defend himself. He can't even know